Live, Believe Nation. Happy. Oh, I'm not. My camera's not on. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Hey, I know that guy. Okay, now we're live. Let's get some Minecraft on and see how we do. Drew is away, so we got the music this time. Okay. I really need to go heal this pickaxe, huh? Swap it out. Swap that out. Do this one. Crystal Clear is here. Hey, Crystal Clear. Happy. What day is today? Thursday? Wednesday? I don't even remember. Thursday. Are you the only one? You're the only one to start us off. Happy Thursday. We're just getting. I just went live. So, you're the first one. If you got a question, pop it below. Do my best to answer. How was your day, Crystal Clear? How was your Thursday? Let's go. Let's build this. We're building. I'm on fall break, so I'm having a great Thursday. Happy Thursday. Nice. What happens after fall break? Back to school? Fall break. What is fall break? What are you going to university? What is the who takes a break in the middle of October? Yep. Huh. I don't remember having breaks in October. That's cool. What are you studying? It's basically a week out of classes. Cool. Is it Thanksgiving? No, that's too early. You guys do we did our Thanksgiving, but you guys are in November. It feels very random. But I am happy for you. How are you using this time? What are you gonna do with it? You just are you chilling? Are you getting ahead on some ideas, building your business? Let's go. Let's go. I'm getting my PhD. Cool. In public health at Yale. Cool. We also have a week in November for Thanksgiving. Cool. I didn't know you guys had, I just don't remember. I mean, it's been a while. I guess it's been, 20 years since I was in university, so things could have changed. I hope things have changed. What do you do with a PhD in public health? What do you ultimately want to do? Oops, that was a mistake. Definitely building and doing book promotion stuff, trying to catch up on sleep. I hear you. You have a book? What's the book about? Congrats on the book. I know writing the book is a huge time commitment to do it well. So, congrats on that. Still curious what the goal is. What do you do with a PhD in public health? Teach? Do you get a corporate sector job out of that? Public health? Probably not, right? What becomes the goal? What do you do? What are you gonna do outside, like when you graduate? What's the plan? Or I mean, you don't have to have a perfect plan, but what are some ideas for a plan? I do. It's called Crystal Clear, from public housing to Ivy League. Nice. Hey, that's a great theme. I love that. I love that that's your story. That's fantastic. With my degree, I would like to teach and work as a behavioral scientist. Yeah, so teaching makes a ton of sense. Behavioral scientist while at the university or what? I like that. I like that title. That's a cool title. So many people need that inspiration, feel that it's not possible. The more people come out and share their story and say, hey, I went through it. I get what you're doing. A lot of people would look at you and say, yeah, but look, you're at Yale. You don't understand what I went through or what I'm going through. Like, no, I did. Hey, listen, I was in the projects. So I like it. I'm still trying to figure out how to merge my passion as an entrepreneur and researcher. well, listen, I'm still trying to figure out how to mix all my passions together too. You know, I think it's good. It should be an ongoing evolution. The key thing is just to test, to try, to taste, right? You know, like you wrote a book. Great. You know, now, did you like it? Do you want to write another one? Is it a fun process? Did it suck the life out of you? You know, those are all good signs of what to do next. You know, if you like it and it was fun, then you do it again. Suddenly you're a prolific writer. It was definitely not easy, especially right after losing my father to cancer. But I agree that our stories can be our way to inspire. Yeah. 100%. People will look at you and say that there's no way you understand them. And if you don't share the story, then they won't listen to you, you know? It's like, oh, she doesn't get it. It's Ivy League. Doesn't understand what I'm going through. And yet you do. So it's cool. I think people will be inspired by it. What kind of behavioral science do you want to be? What do you want to study? I think that's what marketing is. Like, the good marketers are behavioral scientists, basically. They may not have a degree, but that's what they do. What do you want to study with it? I loved it. My most recent book was a children's book. Wow, that's cool. Dedicated to the life and legacy of my father. He was my first educator. Wow, that's cool. Did he get a chance to see it? Did he know that you made this? Or was it after he passed? That's a cool tribute. That's a really cool tribute. I'm also curious, what was the number one lesson that you learned from your dad? I'm sure there's tons, but if you had to pick one lesson that you learned from your dad, what would you say? Crystal clear. He didn't. He died when I was 11. Oh, I thought you said he died last year. Did I miss something? Sorry, I thought I read somewhere. I must have misread that. It's my fault. I don't know why I thought it was last year. It was definitely not easy, especially after losing my father to cancer. But I agree, our stories. Yeah, sorry, I don't know why. I don't know why I assumed it was last year. So that's definitely a challenge. But again, inspiration. If you know, for all the people who grow up and lost their parents, we my sister-in-law passed away last year from a rare cancer, and she had 3 kids. And we've done, you know, a lot more time with them to just be there for them and talk to them and hang out with them. And, you know, losing your mom when you're young, they're 14, 11, and 7. So you know, it's tough to lose your mom at that age. And so we're spending more time with them to try to help them and just be there for them and guide and support however we can. So yeah, I think it's inspirational to know that, hey, here's someone, you lost your dad early and you're still doing great things, right? I think all of those things really, really matter, because people never see the stories and the pain and the struggle behind somebody's success. They just assumed it was all handed to them, right? That it was easy, and your life was, you know, anything but easy, and you made it happen. So I think it's inspiring. He always told me that attitude is latitude. Wow. So now that I was older, I understand exactly what he meant. Yeah, that's cool. Attitude is latitude. I've never heard that before. I like it. Attitude is latitude, says Crystal's dad. Is that in the book? Is that in the kids' book that you wrote? That's a cool piece. It's tough on children because they really don't understand the scope of it. Yeah. I mean, I still have both my parents, so I don't have a story to relate or to share. Just listen be there for them. You know, they want to cry, let them cry. They want to share, they want to share. They just want a hug. You know, just knowing that they're loved, I think, is important. Posh Noshi's in the house. Hey, Posh, welcome, welcome. How was Movement Makers today? Thank you for the awesome shadow today. Cool. Yeah, listen, you're doing such a great job. I was just thinking anxiety because of your program, and I saw you join the Discord, but hadn't done much with it yet. And I thought use you as an inspiration for the other members. So it's good. Did that make sense? Did the feedback today make sense? Wouldn't surprise me if Posh already went in and updated everything. Is it me or is the volume low? Is the volume too low? Let's see. I could probably turn up the volume. I can't turn up the volume. You know what I can do? I can move the mic closer. We can do that. Here we go. Put the keyboard back here. And put the microphone up here. How's that? Are we sounding better? You guys liking this better? Is that sounding better? You can hear Evan loud and clear now? I hope so. Yes, it was awesome advice. Cool. Glad it helped. I think you could do a lot. There's so many people who are struggling with anxiety, Posh, and Discord could be a great way to promote your programs too, and also just help. Crystal says it isn't in the kids' book, but it's in my nonfiction book. Okay, cool. Is the nonfiction book the one about you going from the projects to was it projects to? I forget the name now. Projects to. No, it's Yale. Projects to Ivy League. Is it in that one? Way better. Okay, cool. Louder now. Okay, cool. I have the volume on 100. Sorry, Posh. This microphone I got because it's super sensitive, and I went to the music store here in Toronto, and I asked them for a mic that wouldn't pick up too much of the noises around. So I didn't want to have to do crazy soundproofing on my studio. So it's if I go here and talk, you can't really hear, right? So if I move away, you can't really hear what I'm saying. And so there's definitely pros to that. So if dogs are barking or something's going on outside, you can't hear it. But then if I'm too far away from it, you don't hear it either. So that's the con. I remember the guy asking me, it's like, okay, well, what are you going to use it for? Like, oh, I'm going to be doing videos and making content for YouTube. And he said, so what are you, a rapper? It's like, no, I am not a rapper, dude. I am not a rapper. I'm just going to talk into the microphone. That's it. I'm a speaker. Like, oh, okay. I guess he's used to dealing with musicians. So it's hilarious. I do have one rap video though on my YouTube channel. Actually 2 rap videos that I made. So I guess I'm a part-time rapper. Did I tell you about the potential partnership with David Meltzer and Marshall Falk? I did not. Yeah, I mean, you did not. Tell me more, Posh. Tell me more. It is public housing. Okay, I said projects. Public housing to Ivy League. Nice. Okay, good. I like that. Yeah, it's nice when you can put the tributes in there, you know? I think it's cool, especially if there's any of those phrases that you still remember. Like, that's pretty cool that you still remember latitude is attitude from when you were 11. I don't remember much of anything from when I was 11, so I don't know how you remember that. Like, it means it must have had a big impact on you, which is super cool. That's a really great tribute. I'm sure he'd love it. That's amazing. I met Marshall today. That's amazing. Nice. Let's hear a rap. I don't know. I'm blanking. If you go look up Evan rap videos, you'll find 2. I did one. There was a Chinese rap that I made English lyrics over, and then there was 21 Pilots. What was their song? I forget their song. Anyway, I made a rap version of it. They were inspired moments, guys. They were inspired moments. I don't fancy myself as a rapper. So what's the deal with Marshall Falk, Posh? What are you guys working on? That's a great introduction from Dave. 467. So yes, once it's official and I'm on the team, I'll make the announcements. You're on the team. What team? You're on the team or he's on your team? What team are you joining? This is all very curious, Posh. What are we doing? They're in financial services. Oh yeah, okay. So they're doing Marshall does World Financial Group, I think. Is that the one? I think he's part of World Financial Group. I could be wrong. That's the one Ed Milet's in. So are you well, we'll wait for Posh to write back before I jump to the next question. We'll see what she says. We are building an underground tunnel to our panda farm. Yes, and I submitted my app today and got approved for training. Okay, so World Financial Group. So are you now going to sell financial services too? Is that what you're getting into? I didn't know Dave was part of WFG though. Did I know that? I don't think I knew that. It's been a busy day for you, Posh. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go. Just waiting on the next instructions from Marco. Whoa, hold on. Just waiting on the next instructions from Marco Antonio Rodriguez. Who's that? I'll be primarily in the education part of it, but yes, I'll have insurance and securities licensing. Okay. I believe when these guys offer you an opportunity, you don't say no. All right, cool. Well, good luck on the new venture. Maybe you can tie in your anxiety training into it too. He's a partner too. He brought me in. Okay, cool. Yeah, I just don't know the name, but that doesn't mean anything. Most people I don't know. Can you tie in anxiety training alongside financial services? A lot of people are stressed out about their money. How's it working out with the affiliates? Oh, and was the thing that I was a little unclear. The 21-day thing that I showed in the group, is that the product you're selling, or is that your lead magnet to get people into the product that you're selling? He just texted me Monday. I guess I start, and yes, because anxiety and money go hand in hand. Anxiety and money, I mean, what do people stress over most? Probably money, right? I don't know if there's any data on it. Maybe Crystal Clear would know. She studies people. Is there anything that people stress out more than money? Maybe health, like a struggling family member, but money is definitely right up there. Question, did you see the new crypto ETF? Yeah, it's been going crazy. Bitcoin hitting all new highs. It's nuts. It's good. Allowing the ETFs give a lot more room for corporate money to come in. So it's going to really blow up the space, which is exciting. I don't have to do this full time. Plus, there's plenty of instructions. Yeah. Yeah, like any, it's network marketing, right? WFG, like any of them. It's what you put in. There was an opt-in for the program. Okay. Not instructions, introductions. Oh, there's plenty of introductions. Oh, really? So what are they introducing you to? Who are they introducing you to? I thought you had to go off and get your own clients. I bought 2 shares. I'm a new investor, but I want to invest early. There you go. Yeah, I mean, when you get an ETF, it's a lot more. I mean, there's still inherent risk in it, but it's a lot less risky than picking individual things yourself. So it's a good way to get in. Cool. Congrats. Making moves. Crystal's making moves. Let's go. Let's go, fam. Okay, put that there, put that there, put that there we go. Okay, here we go, here we go, here we go, here we go. I'm playing my productivity playlist from my productivity music channel. But I play it at 1.25 speed because I play everything at 1.25 speed. Just happier. It feels happier. I like happy music. Just want to be wealthy and not just rich? I hear you. Yeah, if you're going to get into something, ETFs are a great start. It means you don't have to have, you know, like especially if you're still learning, you don't have to have deep knowledge of it. Well, they have a financial education program. That's what I'll be teaching my clients. I'm really closely connected with the group of people I'll be helping because of my own story. Okay, but you have to go find people to join the program. No, isn't that how it works? Maybe I'm missing something. I've been reading a lot of books like Rich Dad Poor Dad, and it's inspiring for me to learn more about building wealth and impact. It is cool. It's funny how relevant that book still is, you know? Like that book was written a while ago, but a lot of the concepts are still relevant. I'm in the process of moving a lot of my stuff around better tax planning, you know? Like when you're making money, it's good, and then you have new problems that you got to solve. So once you start making more money, the tax becomes the big issue. So how does someone like Jeff Bezos pay no tax? And Kiyosaki talks a bunch about that. So they're, I guess, more bigger level problems, but still problems to deal with. But hey, if I can help with anything, let me know. I resonate really well with those people because I've been there recently and I feel I can reach them organically. Okay, so who are you reaching out to, Posh, to introduce to this? Because essentially it's a marketing job, right? Or a sales job. It's about getting people in to learn about the opportunity for the most part. So what's the outreach plan that you got for yourself? I think they put their money in corporations, legal docs, and Roth IRAs. Yeah, and the big thing, the biggest shift that I'm working through is the idea is you buy something that you never want to sell. Because when you sell something, you're paying capital gains taxes, right? If you buy an ETF, if you buy an NFT, if you buy a house, if you buy, you're buying something, when you sell it, you pay capital gains taxes. Now I'm from Canada, so it's slightly different, but what the ultra rich do is they buy something that they never want to sell, and then you just take out a loan against it. So you're using debt to fund your lifestyle, but it's not negative debt because you keep the money invested, right? So if you make, here's an example, like if you make, what's an easy number? Like say you have $1 million, right? Okay, so you have $1 million. You look at the stock market, it's going to make 8% to 10% a year. Let's just be conservative. Say it's going to be 8% a year, right? So you're going to make 8% a year on your money. So then what you do is you take out a loan. Instead of selling your stock, if you need that money, you put $1 million in the stock market, right? Instead of selling your shares, which then you don't have any money invested in it anymore, you take out a loan against it. And the loan, let's say you're going to pay 4% on a loan. So you got the money, you're taking money out that's tax-free because you don't pay tax on debt, what you would on capital gains, and you would on earned income, you would on dividend income, you would on any other kind of income that's coming in, because it's a loan, so it's not income. It's not considered income, right? And then you're making 8% a year, and you're spending, the cost is 4% a year. The cost of that money is 4% a year, but you're making 8 on it. So this is how rich people will leverage their money to make even more. I'm not actually selling anything. The training is free. Yeah, well, the training is just a giant lead magnet, right? So what you're selling is the training, which is the lead magnet to them, get them into the program, right? You mentioned it in Rich Dad, Poor Dad. True, I heard that today. Yeah, it's a big. It requires a new level of thinking, because when we think about debt, we often think, well, debt's bad. But most people use debt for the wrong things. You're using debt to buy a purse or to buy a car or to buy something that doesn't give any extra value besides your happiness, right? Your enjoyment of that product. Where what rich people will do is use debt to get more assets to then fund everything that they want. So right now we're working on a structure where I have my operating company, then we've got a holding company, then we've got an investment company, life insurance. It's like it's this giant web that I'm educating myself on, because all I want to do is go off and keep helping entrepreneurs, you know? So my heart is in my business and my head is in my wallet, meaning I want to keep helping entrepreneurs, keep spreading as much love as I can, keep having a huge impact, and I don't want to be paying more than I need to be paying, right? And I want to do the smart things that will help me continue to build wealth while I do everything else that I'm doing. So smart. Yeah. When I first learned about it, I was like, this sounds crazy. And then the more you dive into it, it's like, wow, this makes a lot of sense. My challenge is a lot of difference. Not a lot of differences, but there's some what's the right word? There are differences between Canada and the US. Not a ton of them, but the ones that are different are fairly significant. So like the few rules that are different could end up costing a lot of money if I don't do it right. So most of the information I found is on US stuff. And so I'm talking next week to a bunch of people and educating myself and just understanding what is possible in the Canadian market. And there's some advantages in Canada and some disadvantages in Canada too. So, but in the US, there's a lot more information available and a lot more experts who are really good at it. I meant the financial education stuff. Sorry, I meant the financial education training is free to the clients, not my stuff. Yeah, no, I understand. It's free, but it's a lead magnet, right? Like the training is free, but then the whole point is to try to get them into the program. So they're going to be sold to at some point, right? So the training is free, but it's a lead magnet to get into World Financial Group. You do very noble work, Evan. Thank you. I'm glad I started following you after watching with James Mel. Oh, James is awesome. Yeah, that was a really fun session. It's been a year, and I've already made so many great strides since found leaders in the field. That's great. Hey, congrats on that. That's really cool. Hey, and now you're here. Posh says, you drink coffee like me? How do I drink coffee? This is like just keep putting water in it? Yeah, I get a coffee in the morning, and then I just keep filling it up with water. as the day goes on. I think my wife finds it gross, and I think a lot of people find it gross, but I like having my water taste a little bit like coffee throughout the day. Is that so weird? Is that so hard to understand? You know, just people have flavored water. Why can't I have coffee flavored water with real coffee? Oh, I thought it's a big jug of coffee. Oh no, okay, this is water. Maybe you can't see it. This was water. For 75 hard, I have to drink a gallon of water a day. So this is a giant jug of water, and then I get a coffee in the morning, and I just keep filling up with water. Crystal says it's strange. Oof. All right. Well, I'm down with it. It works for me. It works for me, guys. Don't judge me. It works for me. Doesn't harm anybody. And I get a gallon of water in me every day. Come on now. When it gets cold, I tend to drink more coffee. I could see that. I could see that. But a jug of coffee, Bonnie, that's a lot of coffee. You're really going at it. That's a lot of coffee. Weird duck. Yes, exactly. Weird ducks. Krista, I like to call us weird ducks. We are weird ducks. Why not? You're weird ducks. Where's the Twitch gang today? Usually we have some Twitch people watching. No, I don't really drink a jug. Okay, good. Good, Bunny. Bunny, how's the smoking? We haven't talked about that in a while. How's the where are we at on the smoking? I know you're making some strides before, but I haven't heard anything in a while. Judging free zone, but it's a new concept for me. Yeah, all good. I'm okay. I'm okay being judged on it. I think it makes a lot of sense. I'm sure there's people who sell coffee flavored water. Like you buy all sorts of flavored water. There's got to be somebody who sells coffee flavored water. So instead of buying the chemicals, why not just actually have coffee? I don't know. It makes sense to me. Makes total sense to me. I can take that. Give that to Nina. That's all the stuff I give to Nina. Typing on the laptop is a different game. You have a hard time typing on a laptop? I'm trying to get hubby to quit with me. I've had good and bad days. All right, that's cool. What if he doesn't want to quit though? Are you going to still do it, or you need him for it? You know, I think it's super good when you can do things together. You know, doing 75 hard challenge with Nina is so much easier because we're doing it together, living together, and it's more fun too. And you can encourage each other, motivate each other when you don't feel like doing it. But what if he never comes on board with it? Does that mean you're not going to do it? I still am. It's just harder. I can't get away from it. I hear you. Well, sending you lots of love. We're here for you, Bonnie. You ever want to come and update us? And we could be your accountability group if you need. Just come and update us and how you're doing with everything. I have dirt here. I still am. Okay, see. I needed something to help me stay up while writing papers. Got it. So what, you were having coffee? Oh, okay, I missed the first comment. I started drinking coffee as a grad student before I hated it, but I needed something to stay up. Got it. Boyfriend drinks tea and I drink coffee. I might move to tea as well. It seems better. I know there's a lot of health benefits to tea. I like the taste of coffee better, but I don't use coffee. Honestly, the biggest thing is because I fast. Like today, I didn't eat until 6. So it's just coffee, one thing of coffee, and then water until 6. So coffee is more of an appetite suppressant, so you don't feel as hungry. But I never needed it for. I never got into it in university, and I never needed it for alertness or staying awake. It's just because it's a good, it's keto friendly and it's an appetite suppressant. It doesn't break your fast. So that was the experiment. So far so good. Although Nina and I today were talking about switching to a morning fast. So you eat in the morning and then you fast in the afternoon, evening, which is supposed to be better for you. but then you basically stop eating at whatever you want, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, then no more eating. So we'll see. That might be the next challenge. That might be the next challenge. We'll see how we do. Did I not send dirt up? Where's the dirt? Huh. Well, that's interesting. I really thought I had dirt up here. Maybe. No. Wow. Okay. Well, mistakes were made, guys. Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. I'm the same. I skip breakfast when I have coffee. Yeah, it's so much easier. If you're going to fast, it's so much easier to skip breakfast. So normally, depends how much of a fast I'm doing, but what the heck happened here? Who's breaking my thing? Unbelievable. Bunch of animals. Okay, we got some diamonds. That's nice. We take that. Have to go fix that. Here, I think that's it. Yeah, it's a lot easier, I think, to skip breakfast. I think it's a lot easier to it's a lot easier for me to skip breakfast. Have a coffee, and then, like today, I wasn't even hungry. I'm like, oh, it's 6 o'clock. Okay, I should eat something. Right? I was going to go even longer on it, just turn it into a 36-hour fast or something. But tomorrow I've got a pretty important presentation in the morning, so I didn't want to be weak for it. I just realized in this new venture, the free really does lead to the paid. I've been living this model, and Evan, it really works. Okay. Great. Are you talking about just in the financial side, like the free training and then leading to them signing up? The free leads to the paid? Luis in the house. Hey, Luis. Welcome aboard, man. Happy Thursday. Hi, Evan. I've made a drastic decision, and it's to disappear from social networks, also from this YouTube channel. All right. I've decided to change my religion, but I realize that it is not the way I want. It'll be hard, but I must move on. All right, Luis. Well, hey, sending you love, man. Happy experiments. Good luck on the new path. And if you want to come back, we'll be here. And if not, we're cheering you on. I'm all for it. I like it. If you feel it's good for you, experiment. What's the presentation about? So there's a 3-day event happening in North Carolina right now. That's me and Tom Bilyeu and Anthony Trucks. Is it raining? Oh, it is raining. Like, wow, why am I getting wet? And I'm on Saturday. My main thing is Saturday. I have 2 things on Saturday where we're doing a discussion on belief, and then I'm doing a roundtable. But tomorrow, they were supposed to have dancers come in, but one of the dancers got COVID, and so they can't dance. They had to cancel it. So they asked if I could come and step in. So I'm not going to be teaching dance, although we could be doing some salsa dancing. But from Toronto, it would be hard for me to teach salsa dancing. So I'm going to be doing Built to Serve. So we're taking basically asking, hey, who's here struggling with identifying your purpose? And everybody has a copy of my book already there. And so I'm going to walk one person who volunteers, I guess, to go through the process. So it'll be fun. I love doing that stuff. Man, when you find somebody who's struggling and then you help them realize that they don't have to stay stuck anymore, that's the best. That's why we do what we do. So I love the coaching part of it. So it's going to be an hour of quickly explaining the concepts, I think, and then having some one-on-one time with somebody. Let's go, fam. I am excited. I think you guys can still get in. If you're free tomorrow or Saturday, just look up Transform You Stephen Scoggins. Or if you look at my Instagram stories today, there'll be a link. It's $1 to get in. It's like $1,000 ticket or something that's on for $1. I'm on tomorrow, and then I'm on again on Saturday, and Tom Bilyeu is going to be on Saturday. A bunch of big people too. Posh says, I mean, all the goodwill I've been putting out, and now it's really all coming back to me. And it just feels amazing. I'm so grateful. Yeah. Hey, Bonnie, listen, you keep doing it. More will keep coming. You know, now imagine a decade of doing it. How much goodwill you're going to be creating and how much love you'll have. You know, it's so amazing to see, like when people share their stories and they say, Bonnie, because of you, I did this and now I'm here. You know, that's the best feeling in the world. So it's great. You know, it's great what you're doing. And you're just getting started, right? Like you're still so early. You're still such a baby. It's fantastic. Just imagine Bonnie at 60. So exciting. Most people don't have the patience, and so they struggle and they quit and they give up. And I get it. It's, you know, it's hard. But when you start to see a couple of those wins come in, the impact that it's having, even if it's just one person who says, hey, Bonnie, your message really touched me. Or if Crystal gets someone reading her book and said, you know, I think I can go become an Ivy Leaguer too. You know, like just that one story makes it all worth it. Anthony Trucks is awesome. Hey, glad you like Anthony. He spoke today. Truck spoke today. I don't know if he's on more. Today was Steven Scoggins with Anthony Trucks. Mel Abraham was on. Tracy Litt is. If you don't know Tracy, she's new on the scene, but she's building her presence up. I'm a big Tracy Litt fan. Tracy Litt. If you want to, I think we need more women in the space anyway. So it's great to see Tracy putting herself out there and stepping up her game. So you want to go support an up and coming thought leader, you can go check her out. Yeah, I don't know if Trucks is going to be back on, but I'm a big Trucks fan. He's a great guy too, on top of having a great message. Ashish in the house. Hey Ashish, welcome aboard. Louis says yes, I'll stay in the group of Discord, Believe Nation. Hey, as long as it serves you, man. You know, if it's against your religion, totally get it. We'll cheer you on from the sidelines. If you want to stick around, we're happy to have you. You do you, and we'll support around it. You know, I like my water with my coffee. I'm doing me. You do you. Absolutely, that's why I do what I do. I love it. Crystal, that's so cool, and I agree. Coaching people's success is an amazing feeling. Yeah, even just, you know, sometimes you don't even need the coach. Sometimes you just need to listen to somebody. Sometimes all people need is, you know, a non-judgmental ear, and then that gives them the permission to go and do their thing, right? That's it. Sometimes that's all you need. You don't have to be. When people are afraid of getting the coaching, it's like, well, don't worry about being a coach at the beginning. Don't stress. Just listen. Because listening alone is value. A lot of times, the people who you help, nobody in their life listened to them. You're the only person who's ever listened to them, which is super sad, but also, you know, it's true. So that alone is value. So if you don't feel like you know what you're going to say, don't worry about saying anything. Just say thank you for sharing and give them the space to tell their story and what's on their mind. Helping people get unstuck. Let's go, Bonnie. Let's go, Bonnie. You know it. That's how we do. How do you figure out the YouTube algorithm? How do you adjust? Well, it's constant experimentations. You know, we're always playing around. I'm always trying new ideas. I'm always, if you're in the Discord, you'll see when you level up and you get to the videos section, favorite videos, you'll see one of my latest tests, things that I'm playing with. So at the end of the day, any platform, YouTube included, wants you to have people engage with your content and most importantly, be on the content. So YouTube values, it doesn't have to be that complicated. They value, are people watching your content? Like, are you keeping people on YouTube? At the core of everybody's algorithm is, are you keeping people on the platform? Are you keeping people on Instagram? Are you keeping them on YouTube? Are you keeping people on Twitter, right? They want you to keep people on the platform. So if you do that, there's lots of different tools and techniques and content and formats and all that. But if you understand what their goal is and you start working towards optimizing that goal, then they'll reward you. So that's all the YouTube algorithm really wants you to do. Keep people on YouTube. Luis, my purpose is still there, but I must continue without social networks. I appreciate your advice. Many success and stay safe. All right, Luis. Much love, man. Much love. And I guess we'll see you in Discord if that's not part of your social media accounts. I'll see you soon. And anybody who's not on the Discord, you got to get on the Discord. Discord is where it's going down. evancarmichael.biz. Free to join. No sales pitch in there. Just great connections and amazing humans. Get in on the Discord. We just got a tornado. Immediate. Be back maybe. Wow. Posh. All right. Much love. That's scary. Just got an immediate tornado. Crystal. Yes. I'm making my way back into the space as well. I do think there's need for more diversity. Yeah. There's... for women, there's so few women. There's just not. I don't know what the holdup is. I mean, you might shed some light on it, Crystal. There's just so few people doing it. There's so few women who are doing it. I don't know if it's just doesn't feel right, or lack of belief, or just no role models, or you got Mel Robbins, who's fantastic. You have Marie Forleo, who's also awesome, and then who? Where if you're thinking guys, you could just go down the list of how many guys there are making content. So, anyway, so Tracy Lit and maybe Crystal Clear now. Let's go. Let's support more women. Let's support more women getting into content. We need it. Definitely need it. Every time I have an interview where I'm using my story to inspire, it feels as if I'm flying. It feels natural. I even had the chance to share virtual stage with Les Brown. Hey, that's great. Yeah, and the point, I used to have a really hard time sharing the story because I was worried, like, well, who cares about my story? I don't want to talk about my story. It feels so egotistical to talk about your story. And then I realized, well, no, like, people get inspired by it. Why do you feel great? You don't feel great that you're just sharing. You feel great that it's having an impact, that somebody's going to learn through the story. It's not just about, patting yourself on the back and saying how great you are and how many accomplishments you've had. It's that your story could inspire somebody else to go off and make a meaningful change in their life, right? Like, that's the thing that will get you going. So it took me a while to figure that out. And Crystal, it's great that you've already done it. You're ahead of me. It took me years to figure that out. I really struggled being shy and introverted and just like, why would you want to hear my story? I'm telling the story of Oprah and Bill Gates and people. My story sucks compared to that. So I think at some point we all have those inner doubts. Like, am I worthy? Am I good enough? Who would care about what my story is? He even took a picture with my first best-selling book. Nice. That's awesome. Les is great. I love Les. I think young Les Brown is the greatest speaker of all time. And we've done a couple collaborations with Les. He hosted me on his Facebook Live, and he did a session with me, which was super fun. I've had him on my channel, I think, a bunch of times. I don't know what we've done a lot. We've done some Clubhouse collaborations. Anyway, he's definitely one of the good guys. I'm a big fan, and I have lots of time for Les Brown. So that's really cool that you got that chance. Drew Hitchcock in the house. Oh, snap. Hey, Drew. How's the event going? How's the event? I'm on the Discord. Nice, Crystal. All right, good. I like it. It's fun. I'm moving all in on Discord. I think it's such a cool, amazing community platform. I think it's really cool. So I'm only 5 days old, I think, on Discord. When did Tom launch his NFT? That's when I really started getting on to help him. Last weekend, right? Something like that. When did Lisa text me? It was like last weekend, last Friday. So maybe a week, almost a week. But I'm a big fan. I follow people like Lisa Nichols and Mel Robbins. Lisa's great. Mel Robbins is great. Mel Robbins is probably the biggest name, assuming we don't put, Oprah is the biggest name, but she's not really making any new content. So Mel's great. Lisa's awesome. She's not as consistent as I'd like to see on the content. Ayanla Van Zandt is great too. If you don't know Ayanla, I check her stuff out. She's got a great message. but there's a big drop. Okay, so if you, so you know, Mel number 1, right? Then probably Marie Forleo. Then you can go Lisa Nichols. Then you can go Iyanla Vanzant. And then who? Like, who's even close? Right? There's just, this is one of the biggest frustrations I have with my team is finding people. You know, it's like we're constantly fighting to say, no, we need to have more women. How do we bring more women in? You know, Jamie Kern Lima is a friend, and she's awesome. She has a great story, but she hasn't launched her channel. That's just nobody. It's just such a far drop from there, where if you're looking at guys, there's just tons. I have a call with Tracy next week. Nice. Tracy Lit. Cool. She's great. Did you like her, Drew? She's great, right? Tracy's great. She's hard not to like. How do you not like Tracy Lit? I mean, I guess she gives some tough love, but Tracy's great. He is so humble. Les? Yeah, Les is great. Marissa Peer? Yeah, you know, Marissa Peer. Okay. Marissa's... yeah, you're right. It's not quite the same angle or category, but sure. That's good. Marissa's great. Samantha Skelly? I don't even know who that is. Who's Samantha Skelly? See, that's a problem. Who's Samantha Skelly? Maybe I should start making more content. Let's go, Crystal. Let's go. Come on now. I get in my own way at times, man. So does everybody. You know, that's everybody. Sort of everybody's life, getting in our own way at times. We like to blame the haters and the people around us, but it's us. It's not even the people around us. It's ourselves. It's our own voice that tells us we can't do things. But who's Samantha Skelly? I have to look that up now. Hold on. Let me tab out and just quickly look up Samantha Skelly. Never heard of her. Samantha Skelly. Samantha Skelly. Entrepreneur, speaker, best-selling author, emotional eating expert. Okay, maybe that's why. She's focused on more nutrition. Revolutionized the weight loss industry by examining the individual and underlying causes of eating disorders. Okay, so that's probably why I don't know her. She has a YouTube channel. Let's see what's on her channel. She has 7,000 subscribers. Wow. We need to help her. She hasn't posted in 3 months. See, this is the problem. So I probably just don't know her because she's in the eating world instead of more personal development, thought leadership. Where's my... Here it is. But yeah, she hasn't made a new video in 3 months. You know? That's the problem. Or go look at Grant Cardone and go look at Gary Vee. Like every day, new video. Every day. I would love to see... who would we like to see? I'd love to see Sarah Blakely make a channel. Sarah Blakely is so fire. Billionaire, badass, female entrepreneur. She's great. So relatable too, but doesn't make content. James Mel had her on as well. Cool. Listen, if James has somebody on, I'm a buyer. You know, James is a great filter for great people. I'm a James Mel fan. But she's still new. You know, I mean, she's still in the early stages of building her brand. So it's great. I love, like, it's starting. I have hope and optimism, and there's people who are starting to do it, but they're just not consistent. Right? Like not posting in 3 months. That's not how you build your brand. So I don't know. I don't know what her story is or why, but I'd love to see more. I just love to see more. I would love to see more. It looks like there's a lot of room to stand out in the industry. I'm still in school full time and still building my brand as well. Yeah, I mean that could also be what you talk about, right? Talk about how you're in school and you're still trying to create content, and whatever insecurities and doubts you have, if you feel like you don't have enough time, you don't feel good enough, or whatever, like all that stuff becomes really inspiring. I'm looking forward to it. Crystal. definitely inspiring. People need it. People need it. Yeah, Marissa Peer is a good one. And she's fairly consistent. Marissa Peer is fairly consistent. And she's moved beyond just hypnosis stuff too. So she's great. She did a hypnosis thing on me live because I wanted to try to help end the stigma around therapy and hypnotherapy, and a lot of people say that it's, you know, stupid or crazy. It's like, okay, well, here, do it on me. Do it on me live. So we did it live on Instagram, I think. And then we put it to a YouTube video. But yeah, Marissa's great. Uh-oh, we got 5 minutes. 5 minutes! What can I get done in 5 minutes? I keep building my panda tunnel. We still have a long way to go. Well, it's an idea. I'll stay consistent and maybe focus on YouTube and IG. Yeah, those are your best platforms. I think community is Discord, and then content is YouTube and Instagram. Yeah. Just sharing your story. Just like I mean, you've already done it. You're just doing it with books. Now just go from taking the computer or the pen and turn it into a video camera. Hypnotherapy helped me overcome my anxiety. Yeah, there's a lot of, I mean, it's just a lot of confusion around it. There's a lot of stigma around it. I've done all sorts of stuff. Like I've done EFT, the emotional freedom tapping, live on Instagram that I turned into video. I think the more you can show different forms of getting help, it just makes it easier for the next person to go off and say, okay, I'm not crazy if I go ask somebody for help. You know, and maybe it doesn't work for you. That's fine. But at least to have an option, I think is a good idea. Ashish, how many hours should entrepreneurs sleep? I've been getting 5 hours lately. People advise me against it. Most important is, and I wouldn't worry so much about how much you're sleeping. I'd be more worried about what are you doing while you're awake. So many people have this really rigid focus on how much sleep they're getting, but they're losing tons of time during the day, right? So, okay, so if normally you were sleeping 7 hours, right? And now you're going to sleep 5. Okay, great. You get 2 hours of extra time in theory, but how much time are you wasting during the day? How productive are you? You know, if you were not being productive when you had 7 hours of sleep, right? Let's say even say you're going 8 hours of sleep. Okay, so if you're sleeping for 8 hours, that means you're awake for 16. How productive are you during those 16 hours? Because if you're wasting time during those 16 hours and you're not being very productive, then being up an extra 3, but then being tired because you haven't slept well, you're not going to be more productive. So focus first on what you're doing while you're awake instead of how much time you're spending sleeping and cut it into that. I'd much rather you make an hour way more productive during the day than cut an hour out of your sleep. I heavily prioritize sleep. I think it's important. I will sleep 7 to 8.5 hours a night, typically, depending on how tired I am. I don't wake up to an alarm. So I usually go to bed at the same time. Usually by 11, I'm in bed and I'm reading 10 pages of a book. And then I go to sleep and I wake up when I wake up. And sometimes I wake up earlier than other days. The only time I'll set an alarm is if I have something I have to get to. So if I have to catch a flight and it's in the morning, then I'll set an alarm because I don't want to miss my flight. But for the most part, I don't set an alarm. I wake up when my body tells me to wake up, and then I go to work. And I'm way more productive. I'm way more productive when I have good sleep than when I don't. Night Will in the house says, hi, Evan. Hey, Night Will. Much love. Generally, how long does it take to build a successful brand? That really depends on how good you are, Crystal, to be honest, you know? Like, it took me a long time, but I also sucked at the beginning. Introverted, shy, afraid to share my story, like all of these things that made it slower. You might be able to come up and just crush it. It took me 700 videos, public videos on my channel until I was proud of myself for what I made. You know, so that's a lot of videos. You might get there a lot faster. So there's definitely reps that have to be put in, but quality plays an important part. So maybe you can get there faster. So I wouldn't worry about it. Instead of worrying about like, oh, I made it. Like when have you made it? Oh, it's 8 o'clock. Instead of when have you made it, then focus more on, are you making progress and are you helping people? You know, so if you're a little bit better than you were yesterday and you're helping people, then you're making it. You know, you're building your brand with those people. So that's what I would focus on. Progress. Last quick question. How do you plan your schedule? Do you use any applications? Google Calendar. Everything's Google Calendar. Super easy. You know, people blame the tools too much. No tool is going to come and save you. The tools are pretty basic. It's your ability to stick to the tool. That's the hard part. Will you stick to the thing that you said you were going to do? So, yeah, pretty basic. Google Calendar. That's it. Guys, thank you for the love. Appreciate you. Next time is tomorrow, 7 p.m. Eastern. Come early. Ask your questions. Crystal, we hung out a lot. Appreciate the time. And happy week off of school. Continue to believe, everybody. And we'll see you tomorrow. Much love. Take